If you think about all of the different things that are going on, I don't know how HR stays abreast of every single change that's happening out there.
They don't, which is the problem.
And so our announcement yesterday was that we are going to be partnering with Anthropic, something called Perfect Payroll, but it's called The Guardian. Kind of have names with these agents. And so The Guardian, what it's going to do is help you have more perfect payroll and catch all of those mistakes before you process. This is going to let every size company be able to play in the market and understand things. So if you've got a small company of 5 to 10 employees that's going to eventually grow to something bigger, or maybe they're just going to stay small, they're going to now be able to use this Anthropic partnership that we have to be able to be level playing field.
Amy, you just came from Connect, that's in Vegas, that's your partners conference.
We did.
And a lot of cool things going on. We looked at all the photos and all that type of stuff. But you also had a press release drop yesterday.
We did. We did a big one.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah. So, you can't go through a conversation without saying AI these days, right? Right? AI. You guys, have you ever heard about it? Right?
How do you spell that?
So we know AI is everywhere and it's the future. But what our announcement was yesterday, and I love the way that we're positioning it, is that HR is at capacity or over capacity, right? And I don't think anybody that's ever started in HR said, I want to be a paper pusher.
Right.
I want to do admin tasks all my
That's what we called them.
Right?
Yeah.
And they hated that.
Oh,
yeah,
100%.
they're human resource. They're not paperwork.
It was called personnel before that.
Right?
We still have a JC
Back in the
Penney's.
day.
We still have a JC Penney at the mall, which is like the only store in the mall by me. And if you go to the bathroom, bottom floor
personnel.
bathroom, there's a door that says personnel department. I will take a photo and send it to you.
So sad.
It is still there today.
So sad.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the outlook that we have is that we really just want to, take that strategic step to make sure that HR is more strategic, that they're spending time with their people. They're not spending time with all the admin tasks. And so our announcement yesterday was that we are going to be partnering with Anthropic.
Awesome.
Woohoo! You should have heard the cheers. It was so cool.
Nice.
We had our sales organization is out there too. So we had our partner connect, which we had hundreds of partners come out, spend time with us. But we had our sales kickoff out there too.
SKO, for
So
those listening.
They came in the morning. I guess they bust them in. So it was kind of fun to see them. And they put them in the back of the room just so that I always get the acronyms wrong. Like, is it kill two birds with one stone? So I said it right?
Or two stones with one bird, whatever.
That's exactly what I do wrong all the time.
No.
So they ended up coming, and you just saw smiles on their faces because, that's the thing that they're hearing over and over again when they go in and they're competing is that, what are you going to do to help me so that I'm not doing all these admin tasks?
Yeah.
Right.
And so one of the things that we are building, which is coming in just a month, is there are going to be, and this is going to be, step one of 1,000, right?
Sure. Right.
There is a strategic drive to do about 6 agents up front with iSolved, right? 6 agents. Now, I had to come up with like one of those acronyms to remember them all. So I'm like, okay, what are the names of them? So that
Is that what you were writing?
That's exactly what it was. Because I was like, okay, Amy, remember what they were.
I was like, what is she writing over there? That's fancy.
I was listening so intently at Kelly Rico. If you've ever had a chance,
Yeah,
have you guys
Kelly's
met Kelly?
great. Yeah, Kelly's amazing.
Gosh, she's so dynamic when she's talking. And so I'm just sitting there at the edge of my seat listening to this. And so these 6 agents, there's one that's going to be coming out actually in a month. We've seen a little bit actually already hinted in the product.
Okay.
Something called Perfect Payroll, but it's called The Guardian. Right. So kind of have names with these agents. And so The Guardian, what it's going to do is help you have more perfect payroll and catch all of those mistakes before you process. But it's not where the admin's having to go through all of the different reports that you have in the system and say, okay, all right, is this person being paid, or does this person have duplicate socials, or, so The Guardian is really going to take that place and really present all of those things that an HR person or a payroll person needs to look at. So that's just one of them. And then there's our 5 more that are coming, and they're really cool names. So I'm going to look down at my paper here because I apologize.
As you should.
We're going to zoom the camera in on her reading.
Right. This is me looking down. All right. I just want to do it justice. Right. So another one that we're going to be doing is the helper.
Right.
The helper. So we never have employees come to us and say, can I get my W-2? Right. Never. Never. Even though we engage our employees to go out and get their own stuff and be able to grab it, they're coming and saying, I can't log into iSolved, I can't get it. Or even, what's my time off amount?
Right.
What's this policy? So another agent that's going to be coming is called the helper. And basically the helper is going to take all of those easy questions and tasks that are, something that the helper can do and not
sucks up HR's time, quite frankly.
Exactly. It's the silly things, right?
It's the things that make HR people not want to go to work.
Right.
You're like, oh, I didn't just get this for you last month, or wait, this is the 7th person that asked it for me. And, to HR's credit, they put this information out, whether it's in iSolved as a resource or whether it's in a, a SharePoint drive.
Right.
Employees are busy too, and they want the fastest way to get it.
It's so hard to find. Self-service is so hard to find things.
Agreed.
Yeah,
he gets really mad at me. He's like, dude, it's 4 lines above in the chat. I'm like, yeah, but that's 4 lines above and I have to scroll.
Exactly. If I can ask somebody a question to get data faster, I'm going to do it. And so employees can go to the helper that's going to do that, so the HR can continue to do their things that they do day in and day out, which is nice. Another one, which I really like, is the advisor. So think open enrollment. Think open enrollment. The hardest things for employees to admit, but it's also true, they don't always know what benefit decisions are the right ones to do.
I'll
right?
assume that really 90% don't know.
Yeah,
So I'm going to go real.
It's a really
not
high
hard to
percentage.
admit. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like, hey, do I do an HSA? Do I do an FSA? Should I do a medical plan? Should I do a high deductible plan? How much should I put away for FSA or HSA?
Yeah.
And so what this particular agent is going to do, it's not just going to walk them through open enrollment, because we could do that, right? We can create a quick video to do that. It's actually going to let them use their data, their scenario, their personal situation to help them make the right decisions for their benefits.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So an agent that's just going to go out there and maybe, guide them the right way, not say you should pick this, but these are your options, or this is why this might be a good decision.
See, it's interesting you say that, because I've gotten to the point now that I just trust.
Yeah.
Like, I don't trust ChatGPT. Like they kind of go off, but like, if I'm using a system I'm paying for, I trust it.
Yeah.
And if it tells me if it tells me to do something, like, okay. Like, I'm willing to take that chance.
Yeah. And
I'm willing to take that chance.
My lifetime goal was never to say, I want to grow up in payroll and benefits when I was like in college, right? Ironically, I went for, this is kind of a full circle moment for me, because I went for broadcasting and journalism and telecommunications.
We finally got you on a news desk.
I have made it. I have made it.
Mom, look at me.
Look,
that Penn State degree.
Let's get a selfie.
Yeah, it's here. It is.
Penn State.
Mom, I'm home.
Oh, my daughter wanted to do Penn State.
But one of the things that I realized when I got my first job, and it wasn't in HR and payroll, was I was like, I don't know anything about benefits.
Right.
Like, there was no one that coached me on benefits. It was my first big girl job. And I'm like, okay, I'm just going to pick that. And I'll pick that. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know, like, deductibles.
You may as well close your eyes at that point. Like,
exactly.
I still do that. My wife did that on taxes. I'm like, why did you pay $8 in federal taxes this year? $8.49.
I did that for the second SAT I took. I made designs.
Dad.
I made designs in the actual things.
And he still scored higher than me.
Right.
We'll just leave that alone.
So I think that's going to be a really good one for employees to be able to look at and get guided through benefits, right?
Okay.
So that's 3 of them. All right. Another one that we have is called the signals. And this one's going to be interesting. I'm going to need to see this one in action. But what it does is it's looking at your employees and what they're doing. So when they go silent,
Right.
and there's things not happening.
High risk. High risk problem.
Is this employee looking? Is this employee unengaged? What's going on? So you can strategically check in with
somebody
that
that's
person.
Disengaged.
What's going on?
Could be a life to them.
It absolutely
Could be something
could be.
simple. It doesn't have
Could
to
be
always.
wellness, right?
Right.
It could be something that you're like, gosh, maybe I should get some of those things for them.
It's great for a manager to be able to check in with you. Say, hey, just how are you doing?
Yep.
How's everything going?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I think it makes it easy. We touched on this yesterday. I think it makes it easier for a manager to actually do the check-ins this way, because now they're not assumptive.
Right.
They've
100%.
got something telling them to go do something.
You bet.
And it's easier. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, so I
love
think
that.
that's a really good one. And I think it's allowing us to look at employees that, one, unengaged, but also maybe they're bored, right?
Right.
So maybe it's a situation that they want, the job is just not fitting them. And so it's an opportunity to say, hey, wait, we got to give this person more projects. Or maybe they're not a best fit in this role. And
We don't want to lose them. In theory, we don't want to lose them.
Depends.
To lose
It
employees,
depends.
right? some people we might want to lose.
I'm
Right?
I
saying,
used to say
I mean,
this all the time about turnover. Turnover is not a bad word.
you've changed my mind on
It's
this.
regrettable churn.
Yeah.
Regrettable
That's
turnover.
a great.
It's the
Yeah.
people that you didn't want to lose that left.
Yeah.
But turnover, no, there's trees in the forest that need to die.
Yeah.
okay.
There are things that I don't like to do in life. For a long time, it was admit that I learned stuff from this guy.
Not shocking.
Like if
Not
that
shocking.
chair fell over, I'd be cool. Like I'd be
Yeah.
good with it.
We would laugh first and then pick them up.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That has
First
happened
and
to
then pick 'em
that
up.
has happened to
That's
one of our
fair.
hosts.
They fell off
Actually,
the
it was
chair.
at Cornerstone.
It was.
We were there, and this was years ago.
Yeah.
And the host fell over in the chair. Sorry, Mark. We got to tell the story.
No, got to.
Anyway,
Just part of it.
but you've changed my mind on turnover. I used to think that's awful. Why are but I agree with that now. Regrettable. There's regrettable, and there's you need to go.
Yeah, and sometimes like a fresh face in the company's not a bad thing, right? New ideas coming in and such. But I do think that this signal is going to a good opportunity to not let those people we don't want to see the
Right.
organizations go,
Right.
right?
I still remember when I ran an agency, probably 1,000 employees and interns, a lot more interns than employees went through over the 10 years I was there. Two people out of all the people that came, went, left, whatever the bit, Charles Bedard, Adam Carpia. And both of those cases, I would have done anything. I would give him a car. I'd have named a kid after him, like whatever. And I got blindsided. And I shouldn't have been blindsided. So this is something that actually will help.
Can I have a car?
Yeah.
Right?
Just saying.
You get a car.
Seriously.
You get a
He doesn't
car.
care that I'm
If
going
Charles, if Charles would have come to me in
Jeez.
advance and say, hey, I'm kind of not really, I would have been like, dude, what do you want to do? Like, what do you want to do?
Tell me what you need. I don't want you.
No. So that alone warms my heart because again, managers don't know that. They don't know what they don't
It'll
know.
be interesting to see in action. I can't visualize it just yet, but I know that the agent's going to help us with that.
Yeah.
So I think that's 4 we talked about. All right. Another one is the orchestrator. All right. So let's just talk about bringing in a new person.
Right?
Painful
All
experience.
of the things that you have to do for onboarding,
Mhm.
right? So not just hiring into iSolved and sending them something, sending them to go through it, but the onboarding training that you have to do, the paperwork you have to do, just the coordination of all of those tasks that you have to do for onboarding. The orchestrator, basically, you can go in and say, I'm bringing this person in. It handles all of the onboarding
Yeah.
tasks for you so that you're not getting into all that paperwork and you can handle welcoming them appropriately and making sure that you're not getting engulfed in all of the tedious work.
So
that
I
goes with
didn't.
onboarding.
I got in trouble for this years ago because I said onboarding is a 2-year journey because it's not. I'm old enough to remember onboarding being a binder, and then it was a day or maybe a week, and it's like you just went through the romance phase, which we call talent acquisition, and all of a sudden you drop them off at the deep end of the pool, and it's just like go work. It's like no, you got to keep recruiting. You got to re-recruit, keep recruiting that person. And so onboarding leading into training and the training path and all of that stuff. Like, yeah, you got some paperwork. Yeah, the sexual harassment policy, the technical, okay, there's some things that have to be done that aren't sexy. Got it. But it's not a one and done. It's something
It
that
is
goes
not.
on and on and on.
No, it's
If
not
done
a
well.
1 week process. It's not a day process. It's not a week. It's not a month. It's
That's right.
Yeah.
Forever.
So I was really involved with so I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I was part of a partner acquisition for iSolved. So I am not born and raised iSolved. I came in the acquisition actually happened in I'm going to say November of 2025 and I was the VP of training at our partner. And so one of the things that I was really proud of was onboarding.
Oh, great.
But the amount of things that I had to do to get onboarding underway to make sure that everybody knew when was starting and who needed to get in touch with them. And we had the employee meet with every executive leader
Smart.
in the first couple of weeks. So we said, this
What
is
do you want to achieve? Why are you here?
Yep, exactly. And who are we? What do we do? We want it to be like you can feel
Right.
comfortable going anywhere. And I think now, gosh, like this orchestrator would have been such a timed, sensitive thing for me because we were hiring left and right.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then, of course, turnover.
Oh,
You
yeah.
got to replace that person. So it was always, there was a new person
Yeah, you
starting
gotta
every other
recruit,
week.
yeah, this
and-
bit. No.
Yeah, there was a tool that I saw, a platform that I saw yesterday. They do only offboarding. So same idea as this, but on the offboarding, because there's so much that needs to happen.
Oh, we screw that up every
And
day.
we do, yeah. And so they don't get into placements or anything like that, but all of the offboarding,
Yeah, making
and
sure their
de-risking
benefits
and
are
all
done,
that.
making
Right.
sure that if they have,
Well,
payout
yeah.
time, all of this.
You should treat people as you treat them when you come in. The
Treat
romance
them as they
phase.
go out.
Yeah, you do.
Or even better.
Some of them.
Even,
Some of them.
Again,
again, if he
some
falls off
trees
the-
in the forest should just die, and we'll leave it at that.
Exactly. All right, and then there is one more agent. All right.
But wait,
Oh, wait,
There's
but
more.
There's
But wait.
more.
But you got to pull the Oprah.
And he's
You
like-
get an agent. You get an agent.
I feel
You
like-
get an agent.
Who's the guy that's like the ShamWow guy?
but wait.
But wait, there's more. All right. So the last one that we have is the watchdog. All right. What do you think the watchdog is?
Hopefully, it's preventing fraud.
It is compliance.
What?
It
I'm
is
pretty sure I
related
know who had a hand in that one.
Yeah,
There's
he scares
there's a
the
guy.
hell out of us every time we talk.
There's
to him.
always a guy. There's a guy.
There's
No,
always
we're
a
talking about
guy.
your fraud detection person.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, there's a few of those.
Yeah, yeah.
There's a few of those. But yeah. So obviously the watchdog, if you think about all of the different things that are going on, I don't know how HR stays abreast of every single chain that's happening out there.
Sorry.
It's nearly
They
impossible,
They don't.
right?
Which is the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
so, well, there's things like we have an HR services partnership that they can come to. We can help them with some of those things. This watchdog is just that extra level that's going to be able to help them know, hey, you've got an employee that's just been hired in California and you have never worked in California. Get ready. Hold on to your hats because here's all the things that you might
Yeah.
need to know about.
And then when you
there, so-
offboard them, yeah,
Yeah, and all
ready
that.
again.
Yeah, well,
Checklist. It's the exit checklist. Used to be
It's
in
like-
Excel.
yeah, it's like-
You had to choose California.
Gotta
Yeah.
get your keys.
I had to do California
Yeah.
because you
We
know it's
we,
the
we
one.
did. If you remember, we had someone in California. This is a long time ago. It took a better part of a year.
Oh, if you
to
can
get-
do, if you can do HR correctly in California, you can do it anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like France.
Yeah.
I mean,
If
basically.
you can make it in California, you can make it anywhere, right?
All right. So here's what I love after reading the press release. What I love the most. This is enterprise grade. This is like 10,000 employees and above for the for companies of 200 employees or 100
This
employees.
is going to let every size company be able to
Right.
play
Level
in the
playing
market
field.
and
I
understand
love
things.
that.
So if you've
I
got
love
a
that.
small company of 5 to 10
Yeah.
employees that's going to eventually grow to something bigger, or
Right.
maybe they're just
Right.
going to stay small,
Yeah.
they're going to now be able to use this,
Yeah.
Anthropic
Yeah.
partnership that we have to be able to be level playing field.
Couldn't love that more.
Yes. We had we announced something yesterday as
Love
well. There's so
Good.
there's some benefits offerings that we're doing, voluntary benefits. It's
Oh,
coming.
cool.
Okay.
So like a small business that can't offer benefits,
Right.
pet insurance, things like that, because they don't have enough lives to be part of it. Guess what?
Pet insurance.
Ryan,
The fir-
Ryan loves pet insurance.
The first time we ever came to SHRM,
Yeah.
did a podcast, the very first guest was pet insurance. I couldn't hold a straight face.
Now,
Hey,
for
listen, when
context-
your dog
For
eats a
context.
bag of chocolate chips, trust me on that, you're going to want pet
I
insurance.
Well, you're going to want to put him outside immediately.
Yes, immediately,
Sec-
yes, that
sec-
first.
Secondly, Ryan comes from a talent acquisition background, staffing, executive search, recruiting, and then like RPO. And so when I started talking about pet insurance, he's just like, I don't get it. I don't understand why this
What
is
am I
important to Mike.
supposed to talk
It's a thing.
about?
It's a thing.
It's a thing.
thing.
Well, it's definitely a
It's a thing.
thing.
We have a dog. Her name is Lucy. Lucy, I'm telling you right now, if they had something that could take dogs away, like social services for dogs,
Yeah.
this dog has done everything in my. And I'm
Oh,
a good
no.
pet owner.
We're
That
gonna
I
have
like.
we're gonna have a story here because I have a pit bull who's eaten an remote control. He's eaten batteries, an entire bottle of ibuprofen.
I've had the ibuprofen. Have you
Yes.
had Docalax?
Have who? What?
No.
What is
No.
that?
Okay.
Okay,
what you would
this is
think
getting
it
too
is.
personal, but
Miralax.
the
Oh,
cheers,
Oh,
like the
gotcha.
chews and things
Yeah,
like that?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
she got a whole bag of it. I don't even know. I didn't even know we had it in the household.
This pit bull eats chocolate. Not a problem.
Doesn't get.
No, you
doesn't get
can't.
sick.
I say you can't kill them. They
Yeah.
they just
Yeah.
they're
We had
indestructible.
2 little Westies. They were angels. They did
Yeah.
nothing. They were totally good.
We totally squirreled on this conversation by talking about
We
pet
have.
insurance.
We
No, that's
have. It's
okay.
fine.
That's
That's,
okay, 'cause
the
that's-
audience wants to hear.
You want to know,
They
You-
want to know what happened when the dog ate the bottle of Miralax.
but I will tell you that pet insurance. I mean, the thousands of
insurance is-
dollars that I have paid, it has helped with
100%.
it. So
This is the hook of the show. Like,
It is.
this
No,
is
my-
what's getting
My
promoted.
dad,
on in.
my dad when he
come
was
on in, the water's
in college, he
water's
worked
fine.
for a veterinarian. This is back in the early 60s. He said, vets know that you'll spend whatever amount of money to keep that dog because you got kids or this, that, and the other.
They're a
And
family member.
Yeah.
They're
So-
a family
They
member.
are, we have when their dogs were, we haven't gotten new dogs yet. But they live in the backyard. They're outside. They're good. When we took them to doggy daycare, you ever fill out the form? Like at least for ours, you have to fill it out like emergency contact every time you drop them off.
Right.
How much would you want to spend
Oh, yeah.
in a life-threatening emergency? And I'm like, how do I answer that question?
$0.
They have 0, 100, 500, 1,000.
Because they're going to go to the max.
Like, how do you answer
Let it
that?
go.
I'm like,
Yeah.
500?
Yeah.
Like, it's
Does it
weird.
make me a bad owner if I put 0?
Zero.
Like, that's an awkward question.
We're not really
Zero.
close. So I'm
Yeah.
just-
Zero.
I just say call me.
Don't call my wife. Don't call
Don't
my
call the
wife.
wife. Amy, we are excited to have you on board, and you're going to be co-hosting the Heroes of HR
I'm
podcast moving
excited.
forward.
I'm excited. Yes. So when we got acquired back in the November, December timeframe, at VP of training, when you come over to iSolved, they already had a training team, right? They already had somebody who had that role. And so it was like, oh gosh, where am I going to fit in this organization?
Right.
Orchestrator's going to take care of.
Right. I was like, I was like,
Yeah.
I see where this is going.
you know, and that's always scary when you're acquired because you're like, is there a spot for me in the new company? And iSolved has been amazing. So I am iSolved's only product evangelist. All right. So that is, I didn't know that was a job title. And so
Yeah.
I joined iSolved.
Oh, it's an amazing job.
It is.
Yeah.
I got caught up on
Kawasaki.
the evangelist part. I was like, wait, what, evangelist? But when
Yeah.
I looked at the job description, I was like, well, this is exactly what I do. I'm talking about the product all the time. I'm talking about HR, talking about what's happening in the industry, connecting the dots. And so as part of that, they were like, okay, well, here's what you're going to be doing. And they said, well, you're going to come to Connect. You're going to go to, conferences. We're going to need you to do some training, recording. Oh, and we had this podcast on. I was like,
You're going to take red eyes from
Back to your media training.
That
They're
is
pulling you back.
coming
Yes.
full circle. We put you on a news desk.
That's right.
I'm here.
Yeah.
Again, Mom, I made it, right? So product evangelist is now part of this. So it's kind of cool to do. And I think it's a great opportunity for us
Yeah.
to be able to meet and greet who's out there, analysts,
100%.
clients, what's going on in the industry. And, podcast is kind of cool, right? So thank you for having me. And I'm excited to work with you guys.
We are excited.